Hello, Standard 9. Today we are going to start with a new chapter The Modern Age in Europe Reformation. Modern Age in Europe Reformation, the new chapter. Now, before we begin, you have to know what is the meaning of Reformation. This Reformation name is given to a group of religious movements. It's a name given to a group of religious movement, and this movement started in 16th century, and it was launched by the Christians against the various drawbacks of church and the objectionable practices of the clergymen. So when I started with the Renaissance, I taught to you a brief introduction was given that how the church, I'm not talking about the Christians, I'm talking about the drawbacks of the church. Here the church became very powerful and they dominated the minds of the people. They dominated the mind of the people. So the main target, this religious movement main target was Pope and the highest authority in church hierarchy. So who was the main this was a religious movement. Reformation was a religious movement which started in 16th century, launched by the Christians against the various drawbacks of the church and the objectionable practices of the clergymen. And the main target of this movement was the Pope and the highest authority in the church hierarchy. So, this movement created a split in the Christian church between those who continued to remain loyal to the Pope at the Rome and those who broke away from the church at the Rome. So, here, are you understood here? So, here, this movements created a split in the Christian church between those who continue to remain loyal to the Pope at Rome and those who broke away from the church at Rome. So here, those who continue to remain loyal to the Pope, they were known as Roman Catholics. And the latter, the means those who protested, the Pope and the highest authority of the church hierarchy, they were known as Protestants. So we got two groups now. One is Roman Catholics who continue to remain loyal to the Pope at Rome, and one who broke away from the church at Rome. They were known as Protestants. Okay. So the Reformation broke out in a number of countries. It's not in only in one country. Number of countries of mainly of European countries like England, France, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Switzerland, and Scotland. These are the countries where the Reformation started. You must have got an idea what is this Reformation. It was a religious movement. Okay, so this reformation started in number of countries like England, France, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Switzerland, and Scotland. So all Protestants did not share the same religious beliefs and rituals. The Protestants of one country and those of another differed each other in many ways. Like England differed from France, France Protestants were differed from Germany. So here, each country Protestants they shared different religious beliefs and rituals. So the Protestants of one country and those of another differ from each other in many ways. So an extreme form of Protestantism was Calvinism. Okay, so here in this we can see that simplicity also was there, strictness also was there, and austerity also was there. All these movements organized by different people under different names, they are collectively termed as Reformation because they were aimed at reforming the existing church. Okay. Now, causes of the Reformation. Okay, causes of the Reformation. So as per your syllabus, you'll be learning only one causes, and in this causes you have several factors which will be doing it in detail in the next video. Today you will start with dissatisfaction with the practices of the Catholic Church. What do you mean by dissatisfaction with the practices of the Catholic Church? The Catholic Church during the early medieval period had become a vast hierarchical organization, okay, which was headed by Pope in Rome. So the Pope was the supreme authority over the entire hierarchy, and he exercised this authority directly. So systematic efforts were made to extend the authority of the church over everyone, high or low. But during the 14th century, people became dissatisfied. This year the Reformation started. People became dissatisfied with some of the church practices, and this dissatisfaction paved the way for Reformation. So we have several factors which was responsible for the dissatisfaction with the practices of the Catholic Church. People were dissatisfied. In the beginning, you can see that hierarchical organization was made. And this hierarchical organization was made which was headed by Pope. Then according to effort, the hierarchy was given, some were given the low rank, some were given the high, according to effort. But then in 14th century, what we see that people were started becoming dissatisfied with some of the church practices, and this dissatisfaction started the way for reformation. So in the next video, I'll explain you how economic factors, then corruption in the church, movement against the church, rural resentment, how these factors were responsible for the dissatisfaction with the church Catholic Church. So I hope you have understood the meaning of Reformation. Okay, thank you very much.